Good afternoon. I'm Missy McCall with your Retire with Real Estate team, and it is August 6th, and I'm here to talk to you about updates and what we're doing in preparing your investment in our business with the latest and greatest with COVID. First, remember that you are getting communications every 10 days. Some of the things that we've done has caused further reporting problems, but we're still working on those. You are still receiving your owner's interim statements, so your final report always comes out on the 1st. Your interim statements are just to give you an update of what's going on with your property and your collections. It is a mid-month report. There are no distributions. Also know it is not your final statement. Many times, the warranties, guarantees, and credits are done at the end of the month. So if you see those, you probably don't need to contact us unless you think it's something very unusual. Please feel free to do, but understand that it is not your final statement. We're also continuing the delinquency as of report. This tells you on the 10th, 16th, and 24th of each month how much your tenant is paid. If there is nothing on the report, you're fortunate and your tenant is paid in full. You may see partial payments because we're trying to keep tenants in payment plans and hold them accountable to pay that rent and keep it coming to you. Something new that we're starting this month, you'll see that if your property is vacant and in the re-rent process, we're going to ask for your input for the new rent for the property. We're asking you to respond within 48 hours. We're giving you one of the tools that we use when we set your rent. That's Rentometer, and it'll be in your owner's portal. We need it quickly within 48 hours because our market is on fire, and I'll tell you a little more about that at the end. So when a property becomes vacant, we immediately start advertising it as coming soon. That's why asking you to make that decision within 48 hours is important. Remember, as always, if you don't respond, we're going to go with our suggestion that we've given you in the communications. But if you want to have a voice, please let us know as soon as possible. And there's an email set up just for that communication so it doesn't get lost. Next, we're staying in constant contact with your tenants. We're sending the same Zoom calls that we're doing with you. We normally do one at the same time, if not more often, with the tenants. Since COVID has struck in the last 2 weeks, the counties have opened up resources to help tenants with rental payments, utility payments, and we've added voter registration because, of course, this is an important year to vote. And we want to make sure everyone has a voice. So we've given them the links to help pay their utilities, get rent paid for you, and again, register to vote. We also, of course, have how to apply for unemployment, how to get jobs, who's hiring, everything that we can to keep assisting them. If you have a government-sponsored loans, the 30-day moratorium has now started. We've given the tenant the 30 days that is now required if you have a government-sponsored loan. If you do not have a government-sponsored loans, it's evictions as normal. Due on the 1st, late on the 5th, eviction notice on the 6th. We file the eviction and we will accept their payments up to the day of the set out. And if they're able to make the majority of payments, unless you tell us otherwise, we're going to accept those majority payments because I think that's in your best interest. Normally they can catch up a couple $100. They can't catch up a couple months rent. So with the government-sponsored loans, in the past, all we had to do was to give a 3-day notice and go through the process that we just discussed. With the government-sponsored loans, we must first give a 30-day notice. Tenants now getting those eviction notices are starting to ask for payment plans. When the tenant gives us a payment plan and they have a large balance, we're going to reach out to you and ask you to approve them, please. If you don't respond to us, same system. If you don't respond, then we will do what we think is the best in your best interest. So please watch your emails for us. We're trying to be in constant communications with you. We are doing everything that we can, and our team is working diligently to serve you and, most importantly, the tenants that are struggling with COVID. I told you our rental market is on fire, and I want to tell you a little bit about how crazy it is. Today we manage 2,010 properties, and we only have 3 properties available to rent, and all 3 of them have qualified tenants with a deposit in place. So when the property is ready, the tenant's going to move in. In that coming soon category that we talked about giving you a voice with setting the rent, we have 62 properties that will move to the market in the next 30 days. Those include rehabs and re-rents. Of those 62 properties, As of Friday, and that may have changed over the weekend because that's always a busy time for us, 56 of those properties already have a tenant that is interested and placed a deposit. So we feel really good about the rental market and what's going on here. We're doing our best to serve you. We hope you and your family are healthy and happy, and we sure appreciate you. Have a great weekend or a great week. It's Monday.